Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man, giving you the truth. The truth. Some stuff is my opinion. Some stuff is the truth. That stuff I say about Deion Sanders, that's the truth. That's the truth. You know, and that's kind of along what I'm talking about on this video. If you know you're in bad shape, spiritually, mentally, and socially, when you start taking up for liars, and especially if somebody call you out or call somebody else out, and all you could say is crabs in a barrel or they're a hater. Everybody that has standards is a hater. We're going to talk about that too, like what a hater is. Because I think people don't know. Like, because you say something or you correct something, like for instance, let's say I said, man, them gangster rappers, man, they be promoting violence and selling drugs. And somebody come and say, oh, you a hater, man. You just hating because they got that bread. They got that cash. They got that cheese. How is somebody hating for telling the truth and wanting to see things change? You okay? Y'all who say this, you good? You okay? You straight? On this one, we're talking about time management in regards to people. Time management in regards to people. A lot of people waste their time with other people. Like, you'll be better off, way better off, if you took that time that you spend trying to have friends that's not really your friends, and you get in the presence of God and get your name in the book of life. Because people dying every day at the hands of these so-called friends. We see Shaquilla Robinson, the Kanisha girl, and many more. I tell y'all about the article I read about the girl who friend, she was just at a slum party just trying to have fun. And I don't know what happened, but one of the girls threw hot water in her face. She couldn't even open her eyes. Do y'all not read the Bible in the last days? What is 1 Peter or 2 Peter chapter 3? Y'all must not be reading that. Because y'all still trying to fulfill yourself with other people. And this really definitely ain't the time for it. This is the time to be getting right with the Most High. Because you never know who's plotting against the U.S., the good old U.S. And something else, you never know what they plotting in regards to the whole entire world. That fake unity. So this ain't really the time to be having baggage. You trying to deal with these women that's not helping you. They not building. They not putting that money aside to get those resources in the time of trouble. They still entitled like a little kid, talking about what you got to give them. You know, even though that ain't how the Bible set it up. You got these guys that'll bang your wife, but you always with them. You always with these dudes. And the first chance they get, they'll have it in every hole your wife got. First chance they get. But them your boys, though. Them your boy. Or these dudes will be hanging with your enemies. They'll be cool with your enemy. Your enemy. Let me tell you, check this out. This one, I'm finna break down something that happened. That showed me a lot about people, which I've been seeing for years. But this was just the icing on the cake to show me how people is. That little childhood friendship, you gotta make that mean something. If those dudes don't act the same, if they be acting funny now, just leave them alone. So this one particular guy, My cousin even said it. Dude is a hater. He always been a hater. He always been like jealous of me. I'm saying that shine again. It be looking like something on my face. So we talking about things on Facebook, and I start noticing, and I might have told y'all the story before. Every time I say something, he was like opposing it. Like every time, like there's no way, I'm too smart for you to be able to disagree with everything I say and be correct. I be knowing about stuff too much. That's impossible. Like, cause I research stuff through, and some stuff the Most High be showing. It's impossible for you to intelligently disagree with me on everything. Impossible. But this dude was doing it, and I noticed like he was getting kind of disrespectful, and I didn't bring it up at first. Like I'm like, okay, like I said, it seemed like dude trying to come at me like he trying to be disrespectful or something. Now mind it, me and him had plenty fights. The last fight we had, my father had to save him. I dropped him with one and was on top of him finna bust his head open. I was gonna literally try to bust his head open in front of everybody. But my sister had told my father what was going on, because we was really fighting because he did something to my sister, like she was playing with her friends and she ran into him. He had like a brush or something in his back pocket, and she started crying and he started like making fun of her. So she came and told me, and when I confronted him, he tried to show off and tried to take a swing. I moved out the way, but I went to the house. I was 15. But I was finna get that strap, y'all. Finna get that strap. I had my father didn't even know I had one of his guns hid. Like I had made a room in the basement, and I had one of his guns hid down there. So I went down there and got it. And when I was getting it, I had on shorts. It kind of slid out, and I tried to put it back, but my little sister saw it, told my father. So we getting down there, I said, "No, I ain't gonna shoot him, cause we was finna get in the shootout." Cause one of the other dudes, which brings you to what I'm saying, had gave him his gun. Now, mind you, we all grew up together. He gave him his gun to shoot back at me, and I never forgot that. Even though, like, I dealt with him because I knew him since kindergarten, but I never forgot how he gave dude that gun to shoot back at me. So I said, "Nah, I ain't gonna shoot. I'm gonna put this gun up. I'm gonna come back and whoop your blippity bleep." So I came back. Now this dude was 6'6", maybe 6'7". Every bit of it. Basketball player. It didn't mean nothing. I used to always get him on the ground. So I had learned how to fight tall dudes from Rocky V. Strangely, oddly enough. That's how I learned how to fight tall dudes, because I hadn't got my growth spurt yet. Me and him fighting, I knew he was going to take a wild swing. I knew it, because that's what he always do. He always try to kick, or he'll take a wild swing. He took the wild swing. I moved back, and I jumped off my feet, hit him right upside his temple, like somewhere on the side of his head. He fell flat on his butt, and I just ran in for the kill. Before I could get a lot off, my father had grabbed me. My father was buff. Like, he was strong. We worked at L. Smith. He was throwing that steel. So that was the last fight we had. He never tried to fight again. He used to always try to get his rematch and always would lose. So fast forward, George Floyd stuff. My opinion on George Floyd was those police officers were in the wrong and they should have got time. But George Floyd wasn't living the way he was supposed to. He was robbing, doing home invasion, all type of stuff. That's what I said. These dudes just got so disrespectful. Like, they wasn't looking at the big picture of what I was saying. I said, these dudes they never was my friend. That's how I looked at it. Those dudes was never my friend. And I started replaying like different stuff that happened in the past that I should have saw it. Like, the ones that was my friends, they was staying out of it. They ain't say nothing. Like my guy Mark, my next door neighbor, he didn't say anything. He stayed completely out of it. Some of them stayed out of it. But some of them was getting real slick, and they already know what time it does. That's what I'm like. People, when they get older sometime, they think that something done changed. But they don't realize that sometimes when you get older and another person get older, that don't mean you done gain the advantage. That just means y'all got older. So these dudes getting disrespectful, so I'm getting mad. Like, and I told him, like, man, that's why I used to beat you up when we was younger, man. You just too disrespectful. You always trying to disrespect people. And he's, you on kid, S-H-I-T, you know. So I unfriended dude. I blocked him. But then I noticed, like, people were still trying to go on what I said. I didn't say nothing wrong. Okay. What the police did needed to be corrected and confronted. But so did what George Floyd did. That's all I was saying. If he was a different person, that wouldn't have never happened. That's what I was saying. They was trying to say it would have. But like, if you look at the statistics, the police kill more white people than black people. And that's all the stuff I was saying. Now, people didn't agree with it. And black people don't know how to disagree. And they don't know how to be disagreeable without holding grudges, targeting, and all this other stuff. That's why I said I'm going to stop talking to black people so much. And like, if after I state a few points on YouTube, because it was this dude, Billy, whatever his name is, he don't even show his face, but he was trying to get disrespectful over that Deion Sanders stuff. You know, then I'll just unsub. I don't want subs like that. I don't even care. I want subs that's disagreeable. Like, you disagree with me, okay. This is a learning process for me then. Show me how I should think, and I can improve. People can't do that. They can't do that. They can't prove you wrong. So they try to insult you, call you ignorant, see crabs in the barrel. Like, that's unintelligent to have to use insults to get your talking points across. That's unintelligent. And this is why you can't waste time with these people. Go to work, come home. However long you gotta work, come home. Only deal with the people who disagreeable and who, if you live in a righteous life, if you're trying to live a righteous life, only deal with people that's doing the same. Only deal with people that are going to improve and add to your life. If you have a business, deal with people who gonna support you. Why would you call a person your friend that's not even supporting your business? Or that's not, you don't know nothing, he trying to know everything about you. You don't know nothing about him. That's not a friend. That's an associate, if anything. But people waste time with these people. Some situations you'll have the guy with no kids always want to go there, do this, do that. He ain't got no kids. You got kids. You need to spend time with them kids first. You need to develop them kids, teach them the Bible, show them how to think in regards to people, show them standards, structure, have fun with them, play video game with them, go out to eat with them. Kids come first. Then your household comes first. They come first. But you don't try to, like, if you having money problems and your wife, oh, you don't spend no time on that might not be the one for you. Because you got to take care of the money problem. Especially if you got kids. Time management in regards to people. Yes, if she's a good woman, if she got your back, make time for her. But don't make so much time where them financial problems still in your face. Where you spending all your money trying to fulfill stuff that's not going to fulfill you. You got money problems, don't go on vacation as much. Learn how to have fun doing nothing. That, to me, that's the funnest thing. Like going on airplanes, like trains, all that. I be thinking in my mind that I'm going to get left or I'm going to lose my ticket and all that stuff. Not that fun to me. That's just me. I'd rather get in a car and go to wherever I'm going to go. But you got to manage your time so that you can have your spiritual life right, so you can have your money right, you can have proper socials. What I mean by proper social, people around you that's really with you. You can't have selfish people around you. That's why when I see a person selfish gonna lead to disrespect every time. You got a selfish friend, y'all gonna get into it eventually. They gonna do something, they gonna say something because they're selfish. Selfishness blinds your mind, and we're gonna talk about that too, as to the real proper worldview. That's why people can't see the error in what Deion Sanders did, because they're selfish. They have a selfish mindset. They think it's okay to lie to people and get their hopes up. That's why I said I'll never lie to these women like I did in my 20s. Getting their hopes on, that ain't right. You ain't got no game if you gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it. So, I'm gonna wrap this up in like 2 minutes. You gotta manage your time. The first part of your time should be in the presence of God. Then you work and you handle your business, stuff like that. And after you handle your business, if you have time left, you should be talking to your kids every night. If you on the road, FaceTime them. See what's going on. Talking to good wives, even bad ones, just to know what they doing in case they getting clapped. Hey, what's going on? What's that noise? What's that popping sound? That's nothing. Getting clapped. Then you in family court, you gotta pay somebody. Family court is the most unfair thing, and this goes hand in hand with time management. You gotta pay somebody for a previous decision that you made when they was different. That's not fair. That's why I would tell dudes, do not get legally married. In the eyesight of God, you commit to somebody, it's the same. Do not get legally married, and be careful what you say to her in regards to your relationship too. Because in some states, I've been looking at the laws, they'll say, look, you had her thinking that's your wife, and it'll be the same. So be careful with that too. You don't need people, man. Go to work, be polite, keep it shallow. Because I'm telling you, I messed up a lot of time. You start talking to these people, you don't know what their attitude is, you don't know how they was raised, you don't know what they triggers are. Don't talk to these people so much. Because some of them are so insecure and childish. If they have a management position, they'll target you. And they'll make that job rough for you. I've seen it. So, keep it at a professional level at work. Don't spend too much time with fake friends, selfish people. If they selfish, they not gonna make good friends anyway. Y'all gonna get into it eventually, like I said. And just do you. Like when you be arguing, when you debate on YouTube, if you right or y'all can't get a common ground, just end that, man. These people, they be getting on, like, I don't like I'm not like a violent person just out of the blue, but I don't like when guys be talking and I don't know where they at. Like they be talking like they flexing on somebody and it's like you don't know where they at because you don't know their real name or nothing like that. Not that I would go see them. I ain't going to see nobody. But if somebody try to come see me that we got into it with, I got into it with you and you try to come at me? You try to pull up in my house? Oh, man. It's not going to end good for one of us. See, y'all got to realize on here, this is why I stay away from people. Because, like, listen, that right there, I never played when it came to that stuff. And my faith in God ain't gonna change that. Like people think you got kids in the house, your kids playing with their toy, and they think they can pull up. Man, let me ask everybody this. Is it that serious? Because you have a disagreement? You want to take it out on people that didn't have nothing to do with it? Something wrong with you. Now, there's some situations where eye for an eye might come into play. I'm just going to be honest about it. But 98%, you got to learn how to solve your issues with the person you have issues with or stay away from it. You wasting time. You wasting energy with back and forth. If you fall out with your friends, forget them. They're not friends. Forget them. But anyway, we got a couple videos. We ain't gonna go crazy with it today. Maybe 3, 4, you know. We ain't gonna go like we went crazy with it yesterday. Time management in regards to people. Even when if you making content, like I do, I make that content while I'm waiting, on my way back from a destination to drop off, stuff like that. Or before I start, usually. Or when I'm going to pick up my sons. That's the time I make a video. Time management. Because a couple times, like, I spent too much time. But anyway, let me pull these garbage cans out because these dudes be tripping. It almost seem like they be wanting you to leave your garbage. Let me put them out because I hear that garbage truck. Thanks for watching.